Hey, how you guys? Just getting some stuff ready. As we're going on a road trip, so we're gonna go pick up something pretty special, actually. Different vehicle for the channel, and we're getting things ready, airing up the tires, lubing the hubs, checking the lug nuts. And I actually did that. I didn't just say okay, check. Nope, actually did it. I figure if we're driving from Central Texas to Maine, probably ought to make sure everything's okay. This is the winch that I got just after Christmas. They were on sale, and I don't think I've even opened a box, so that's going on today. Lubed up the hitch. Not a fan of these, not a fan of those at all. That thing binds up. I've lubed it with PB Blaster, with WD-40, with lithium grease. I don't know, I can't get the thing to work right. So this is where the Badland ZXR 3500 from Harbor Freight is going to get mounted. I'll open it up, read the instructions, and we'll go from there. And look what I found in the back of the shop. A 4-month-old cold snack. It was open. It wasn't very good. Anyway, a little chunky. I think maybe it had some ants or something in it. So I checked all the tires. They're all good. Aired them all up. I think maybe I had them a little low on the last trip. I don't know. They were all exactly the same, so that sounds like something I would have done. Anyhow, so there we go. Let me open up this box, get some stuff organized. We'll come right back and we'll put this thing together. All right, I got the box open. Let's see what we got. Instructions, we'll just put those right over here until such times as we can't figure out what's going on and have to refer to them. There's a nice little mounting plate, I presume. And there we go. Nicely packaged. Okay, the hook. That's some decent gauge wire. Don't know if I need or can even use that. Mounting bolts. Not sure where these go. One of those things we'll figure out as we go along. Controller. All right. We might just... Okay, well, of course, in proper fashion, the GoPro battery went dead. Thank goodness I have invested in a better camera system. I'm just not used to it yet, so we'll deal with this for right now. So I unpackaged a bunch of wires and stuff here, and let's get to the meat of the issue. I might just have to put you guys down for a moment. That's heavy, which is good. Heavy is good when you're looking at equipment like this. Okay. Let's see. I'll tell you what, if weight is an indicator, then I'm going to say this thing is pretty darn good. Huh. We'll have to just take a look and see which way it's supposed to go on. So this is the Badland ZXR 3500. This says engaged. That's free spool. this would come out this way. So it would seem to me that this is how it needs to go on. So there's some threaded bolt holes there. And I don't know why that doesn't, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see if I can get in there. It just doesn't quite line up. I don't know, Harbor Freight. I need to take a look and see if I maybe need to drill those out. But that's the case. Maybe this is loose. I don't know. Well, we'll take a look and see. But I think this might be one of the projects where I want to maybe read the instructions. So that's where that's going to go. Yeah. So I'm going to take the battery out of the C10 since we're not running it for a while. I don't know, does it roll up from the bottom or across the top? Ah, first warning, read the instructions. Second warning, do not use it for lifting. Okay. All right. Well, let me peruse the instructions for a moment, and then we will come back and see what we can do about putting this thing together. Okay, so as it turns out, the nuts that are inside there that weren't lining up with the holes, those nuts are actually loose in here. So when you put the bolt in and you wiggle it, it lines it up or unaligns it, depending on what's going on. Malaligns it, disaligns it. Anyway, you can use the bolt to line it all up. My concern is cross-threading, but we'll be very careful not to do that. And so far, what I've learned on the instructions is that I believe it goes this way. And there's a solenoid. See, now we're getting into electrical stuff. And, well, that's not my forte. But there's a solenoid that comes with it that needs to be mounted as well. And then wires. A lot of wires and stuff and wires. So I'm going to study the instructions, which is highly unusual for me because I don't have time to mess around and do it wrong and have to do it right the second or third time. So I am going to read the instructions. We're going to try and get this thing mounted on here properly and hooked up properly and working so that we can go get this vehicle that is many miles from us. So all right, let me study these instructions and we'll come back. Well, I've got a couple minutes of battery left in the GoPro here, so rough wiring done, battery hooked up, switches hooked up. I got way more wire than I need, and this is not going to be too easy to splice, really, because it's got all these fancy connections and stuff on it. I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe tack weld a piece of sheet metal down here, stand it up, put these in. I'm not sure, but basically this is one of the remotes, and it hooks up to this, which gets mounted on the handlebar somehow with this handy cap on there. I don't know that I need all that. I'm not willing to cut anything at this point. I'm just getting this done today because we're going on the trip in a couple of days and I just don't have time to be running around finding stuff, cutting stuff, splicing stuff. So I'm just going to wire it up. Anything that's too long I'm going to take off. I can hook it back up very easily when we get to where we're going. Could be I don't even need the winch for this trip. Don't know. Supposedly the car runs and drives. Don't know for sure, but I want to be prepared just in case. So I got all my straps. Now I got my winch on. I'll take the battery out, put it in that box, throw that box in the back of the truck. It's going to be full of tools and straps and whatnot. I ordered a aluminum box for the back of the truck, but it hasn't come in yet. So that being said, a bunch of different fasteners, a couple of broken drill bits, lots of swearing, and we pretty much got it done. So there we are. Thanks for watching, everybody. I didn't bring you with me on this wonderful journey of drilling holes and putting fasteners on. I mean, that just would not have been interesting at all. But I can tell you that this Badland, it's color coded. You know, black to black, blue to blue, red to red. Very simple instructions. But what it doesn't tell you is how to eliminate some of this fancy stuff that goes everywhere. And I'm going to have to try and figure that out. Maybe watch some YouTube videos myself. See if anybody's done something like this. This is just a ATV winch, but it's a 3,500 pound winch. You know, for $100, you got to give it a try. You know what I mean? All right. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Join us again when we come back on this epic 2,000-mile one-way road trip. See you all soon.